Good afternoon, ladies, gents and Pikachus, friends and lovers, hoes and pimps, I suppose you could say. This is a personal response about my Quran reading videos to a guy who's using the name Ariel Kaplan. Which is very interesting because Ariel and Kaplan are two well-known traditional Jewish surnames. So I find it extremely suspicious that a guy with two extremely traditional Hebrew surnames is complaining about me reading the Quran and letting people know the factual truth of this book, and the reason he said that I'm biased is because I have this flag on the wall. So in answer to your question, Ariel Kaplan, if that truly is your name, which it fucking isn't, if I'm biased for having this flag on my wall, I'm no less or more biased than you are for believing in this book. Further to that, Allah commands you explicitly to preach up when it comes to Islam. That means give praise that isn't deserved, lie in favour of Islam. And it also says, you will be loved if you cover up the sins of your brothers. So obviously, if Allah is only going to love you if you lie about the terror victims here and make out that nothing actually happened, if you lie about your Palestinian brothers and make out that they're the victims and they didn't actually do this horrific, disgusting, despicable terror attack and then run away like cowardly little rats hiding in tunnels behind women and children, who they then later killed, if you're doing that for the love of Allah, it is you who is biased, not me, who has this flag up to support terror victims. That's when this flag went up in October. So I hope that answered your question, Ariel Kaplan. And by the way, it also is worth noting that Allah expressly forbids you from hiding your faith, from concealing your faith from the eyes of the non-believers. So actually, what you're doing constitutes a sin anyway. So what's the point in covering for the sins of your brothers and preaching up in fake words the faith of Islam when you deny the faith of Islam and hide behind a false Hebrew name? That makes you a bad Muslim. In fact, I am doing Allah's will more than you are, because Allah's will is to let people know the truth of his book, which is exactly what I've been doing in my regular video series Without Lies Islam Dies, where I read through this book verse by verse in factual terms and I tell people what's in there. So, answer to your question one, am I biased for having this flag? No more than you are for reading this book. And number two, why are you hiding behind a fake Jewish account name when it's clearly a Muslim who is only attacking me because Allah hath commanded it? Once again, questions, but not many answers. This isn't a book of answers, this is a book of deceit. You are an agent of deceit, and Allah is the king of all deceit, who is Satan, and that is really why you want to attack this nation here and this flag. It's nothing to do with me, it's nothing even to do with me reading the Quran. You have been told by Allah to hate these guys based on ethnicity and their race, and so that is what you are doing. And you mistakenly believe that I must be part of that race, but I'm not, I'm actually English and a Christian. So I hope that's answered your question. God bless you. I will forgive you your trespasses, even though you know not what you do. But I think it's fairly obvious to everyone else who does know what you are doing that you are an Islamic hate-preaching supporter and a propagandist of an evil terrorist cult who sees this as their enemy and me as a friend of their enemy and an enemy of yours. Well, that's all I have to say, so hopefully I've answered your question and you enjoyed this video. That's all for now. God bless, good night, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now. Ariel Kaplan. Your real name is probably something like Abdul Mohammed. It's probably just as generic as the fake name you've chosen. But don't think you get these things past me. Just because you believe your own hype and bullshit doesn't mean everybody else will. So that's all for now. Hope you enjoyed that. God bless, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.